Did you guys know that Canada is cutting international students' intake by 50%? And that may not sound crazy, although it is, but it also affects the Canada Talent Visa program and getting the residency of that country because there are additional restraints on that. While this happens in Canada, US opens up the door for the global talent through O-1, EB-1A and EB-2 NIW visas with no restraints. So the question is, which country is better for the talent and how to get those visas approved? Today, guys, I'm going to discuss this issue, and also you will learn how to get a free evaluation for your US talent visas. Let's go! Hello, my dear friends. I'm Stanislav Shamayev, a licensed business immigration and corporate attorney in Miami, Florida. Today, we're discussing the difference between US talent visas and Canada talent visas and why Canada is getting a lower priority in 2026. Now, Canada is cutting temporary foreign workers, and it's down from 82,000 people this year to 60,000 people in 2026. Why is this happening? Well, I guess that there is less jobs in Canada, so they're trying to protect the Canadian workers. Also, Canada is cutting the international students' permits from about 300,000 to 150,000, which is 50% cut. So this is going to also affect the future of the talent visas in Canada, and I'll explain why. So reason number one, the most common path in Canada is going to school, getting bachelor's, getting master's, and then transitioning to the talent visa. And now, because there's less permits for people to come in on a student visa, of course, it's going to affect the number of the future talent visas applications. Number two, because Canada is cutting the number of temporary foreign workers to 60,000, there is a larger competition, and talent visa is one of those programs that's going to compete for less jobs. So express entry and other skill-based visas are going to get a cut because there's a bigger competition for those participants for less jobs. So all these changes are signaling that Canada is not willing to take as many foreign employees and global talent for 2026 and probably in 2027 and so on, because there is a problem in the economy, there is currency debasement, there's inflation, so the local Canadians, the local employees are facing the same challenges. Okay, now let's make an overview of US talent visas and Canada talent visas. US talent visas are three main programs: O-1A, O-1B, EB-1A, and EB-2 NIW. So O-1 and EB-1A are the sister visas, where O-1 is a non-immigrant work visa that's given for 3 years and could be extended by a year indefinitely and could be turned into actually EB-1A or EB-2 NIW or other immigrant visas. EB-1A is a higher tier talent visa that has the same criteria as O-1, however, that one gives you the green card and also to your family. Both of these visas are based on how many criteria we can prove out of the 8 or 10 for O-1A and for EB-1A. By law, we need 3, but of course, in practice, we need as many as possible. And education, age, gender, racial background, confession, those things do not matter. EB-2 NIW is a visa, a program for highly educated professionals who can offer some kind of endeavor, a project in the national interest of the United States government. It also gives the green card to you, your spouse, and kids below 21 years old. Canada has a few programs as well. First of all, GTS, Global Talent Stream. This visa is for talented people in tech. It's a fast-track visa, however, the cap on the employment can significantly reduce the approval for this visa. Startup visa program for founders is still in effect. However, with economy downgrade, inflation, and currency debasement, there are less opportunities in Canada for this type of visa. Study to PR pathway: when you become a student, then you get the higher education and then become the permanent resident of the Canada, is also getting a huge cut because of the less international students permits given by the Canadian government. So let's take a look at the key difference between Canada and the US. First of all, policy. In the US, the talent visas are pretty stable and are not affected by economy, by employment, by the students. In Canada, we see a downtrend with all the programs available because of the economy downturn. Eligibility philosophy. In the US, it's very easy. Get those criteria in: media, award, judgings, high salary, key roles in company with distinguished reputations, associations, and so on. In Canada, it's a point system: education, age, language, employer support, those things matter. So it adds a little bit of limitation on some people. Let's say if you're older person, you might not be able to qualify for one of those visas. In the US, age does not matter. Number 3, supply and competition. In the US, you do not really compete with other people because in EB-1A category, there is enough visas for everyone yet, which is counted by fiscal year. O-1 visa has no limitation. As we can see, the shift in the policy by the Canadian government provides a lot more competition, which means less approvals and more denials. Number 4, job offer requirement. Whereas in Canada, it's almost mandatory to have a job offer or a very high point score, which is really hard to achieve. In the US, EB-1A is a self-petition visa, which does not require an employer. O-1 visa does require an employer, but you can become an employer to yourself. And EB-2 NIW does not require an employer, but it just requires the project for which you're going to be working. Last but not least, path to permanent residency. In US, we already have the programs that can initially give you a green card, a residency, EB-1A and EB-2 NIW, and O-1 visa provides a good foundation to jumpstart to other immigrant visas. In Canada, we are seeing fewer routes how you can become a permanent resident, and as of today, those ways are getting cut in half or even more. So now, if you guys want to know whether you qualify for O-1, EB-1A, or EB-2 NIW visas to the US, and let me tell you, you don't have to be Einstein, you just gotta be a good professional in your field. You can get the analysis of your case completely free right now. How to do that? Go down below this video, find the link that says free evaluation, click on it, fill out the questionnaire. It's very short, about 10 minutes of your time. Send it to me, and within 2 days from today, you will get a written analysis where I'll break down all your facts into visas, the criteria, the chances, how strong your case is, and whether you have a potential within the next 6 months to get approval for your visa with more than 90% chance. So look for the word potential, and if you do, the next step would be complex immigration planning, where I will develop a written strategy for your case. So do the free evaluation right now, do not postpone it. Only 2 days separate you from understanding whether you have a case. And last but not least, who should be looking at the talent visas in the US? Which industries and what mentality you should have? Well, first of all, guys, everybody from IT and tech industry. IT people, coders, cybersecurity, miners, blockchain people, cloud services people, artificial intelligence, engineers, doctors, anyone who has to do with professional license, professional occupation. Okay? Also, business people and startuppers. The O-1 is a great visa to start and also transition to the green card. If you are in the field of education, you're a professor or a teacher, those visas are also for you. Besides, the art people, the artists, the actors, the dancers, musicians, DJs, beauty industry, models, and everything to that extent, you guys also may qualify. And last but not least, the athletes, okay? If you're professional or even amateur athlete with at least national recognition, meaning that you get prizes on national and or international competitions, these visas could be also for you. So if you fall within these categories, do the free evaluation right now to understand whether you really qualify. Smash the like button if you enjoyed this video. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. You ask me questions in the comment section. You tell me what's going on. Tell me your industry. I will be glad to reply and get back to you. My name is Stanislav Shamayev. I'm a lawyer of the future. Your future begins here. Good luck.